You hear me all right? Hi. How are we? Are we all good? Nice to see you all. We've all had a lovely day. after your massages this morning? Was it a different sort of a day? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kat. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Christina. Hey, everyone.
Hi, Andrea. A friend of mine might come. I've only just told her.
That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, more the merrier. Just bring them in. Oh, lovely. Lovely to see everybody. So just hang on a couple of moments. I think there might be just a couple more to come in. And hi, Rachel. Is it Amy your friend? Yes.
Yeah, Amy's my friend.
Hi, Amy.
There we go. Sorry. Hi.
Hi. Hello, lovely. All right.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Very welcome. More than welcome, in fact. All right. So as well, a couple more might be just coming in. We're going to be doing a kind of yin style class with a bit of movement as well in between. So we're going to be quite floor based. So you're going to need, if you've got a bolster, something comfy. So if you've got like fur ruggies or like blankets or something to put on the floor on top of your mat, just for a bit of padding. You're going to need a candle, and if you have got some geranium oil, we can work with that tonight. And you might want to work with a crystal, and if you want to use some rose quartz, that would be lovely as well, if you want to have a bit of that with you around your mat. So just grabbing all your kit and caboodle together. You might want an eye pillow for the relaxation, maybe a blanket as well. I'm just getting absolutely addicted to hibiscus and rose tea. It's absolutely delicious. Hi, Becky.
Hello.
Hi, Chick. You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah. I'm just saying, Becky, if you've got a bolster, some geranium oil tonight, a candle, usual kit and caboodle. Hi, Sharon.
Hello.
Hello, Chick. You all right?
Yeah, I've shared the link with a couple of people. So Lynette here is someone I've shared it with.
Ah,
New
lovely.
people.
Got Asda coming at half 8.
I'm just getting my bits together. I've got my geranium oil.
Ah,
I'm just
amazing.
get the rest.
Yeah,
Back in a
lovely.
minute.
Lovely.
Just got to
Yeah,
get
so
Lynette.
if you've got your geranium oil as and yeah, a bolster, high bath, bolster, mat, blankets, kit and caboodle, everything for grounding, and an oil, that'd be lovely. Fantastic. So we're going to have a little bit of movement as well. I'm going to begin. Hi, Beth. Hello. So yeah, we're just going to begin with a little grounding. Our focus of the month has been wintering. So this is our focus. So everything's going to be slow and steady. And yeah, we're just going to connect it into a nice yin style class, which in between we're going to do a little bit of kind of fluid movement. So just getting that nice embodied movement going through each of the poses. Hi, Julie, as well. Hope you're feeling better. So I think we are all in, and I'm going to just pin my thing to screen, and then it just records me. Go on, and then I'll just put that now back up to gallery. So if you find it easy to see, can you all see all right? Actually, will you be able to see while I'm here? When I head over there, I might need to just put the big light on. So We'll see how we get on. All right, so just dropping in, and yeah, just checking in. We'll just have a little check-in first. And if you've got a candle, then you might want to light that for yourself first of all. I always like to start with lighting a candle in my practice, just to set the intention that, you know, for me, my yoga practice is not gymnastics on the mat. My yoga practice is sacred time with my soul. So this is my intention. And so, yeah, so this is going to be slow. We're going to be connecting to our breath, to our movement, to ourselves, to our physical bodies. So just popping your candle wherever it feels good for you to just let your gaze rest there, just to start to, because I want to start to bring our energy in and down, because we're now in the kapha time of the day, where the earth's energy is naturally moving down and in. So everything's coming in and down, and our energy, we are not separate from what nature's doing outside. So we're all connected there. So our energy is naturally starting to slow down and get ready for rest and recharge. So just having a couple of moments now you can bring in your oil, and we'll just have a mudra. We're going to work with yoni mudra tonight. So if you just bring your oil into your hands, and then just rub your hands quite briskly together, so it just allows the molecules of the oil to release into your field, and you can breathe them in, and you can swish around your field, which is quite a nice thing to do, just to clear off any silliness of the day, you know. It's clearing all of that off. Oh, I can see you now, Julie. You a bit better? Only getting there, yeah. It takes a little while. All right, so geranium oil, oil of love and trust. My gift to you is equilibrium. So it's this beautiful balancing oil. It balances all of the hormones. And the mantra, I open myself to give love and receive love. And we were talking a little bit this morning in the session about receiving, you know, receiving the love that we give to ourselves. You know, that love that we freely give to everybody else, but just bringing it in for ourselves. So just bringing that into your field again, just giving, if you want to just hold your hands and just breathe it in for a moment. The geranium can be used for chakra balancing, to restore the equilibrium between masculine and feminine energy. So it brings this lovely balance in through the masculine, divine feminine. Dispels the demons of doom and gloom, and can help to overcome apprehension. So it's used in dream work and astral travel. And geranium helps the mind to focus and center at times when it is overwhelmed with pressure and the sense of too much on my mind. So geranium helps switching gears, so one can take a moment to appreciate and smell the flowers on the way. So this time of year, I was talking about last week, the polarity of this time of the year, because we're in winter, heading into a mini hibernation, and then we've got Christmas bunged right in the middle of it, which is the busiest time of the year. So we've got this kind of polarity going on, and so finding these pockets of quiet time to winter gives our energy a chance to recharge itself. And when we slow down, our energy naturally then speeds up. So it just gives us that little bit more energy when we give ourselves the time to slow down. So we're going to work with yoni mudra. A couple of different ways you can do this, and I'm just going to stand up to show you. So you might just take your hands in like an inverted triangle on the lower belly. Or the other way, which I quite like to do, is to slot the little ring middle fingers together and then touch the thumb and the index finger together, so it makes this shape. So just try it and see which one you like. But this mudra is again, it's balancing. So it's bringing that balance between the active doing, busy, and the passive yin, slowy. So it's just going to bring that balance in. So once you've got your mudra in place, just taking a couple of moments now to tune into your breath, and just close your eyes, and let's just call our energy back in and down. So you might like to begin a gentle circling movement, just really small. And just let that circling movement begin to soothe your nervous system, soothe your mind. We can begin to release a little bit of tension through this sense of spiraling. So just gently closing your eyes off. Just letting your breath become nice and natural. You might want to breathe in through your nose, and you might release through your mouth with sound. Whatever feels good for you as you move. And as we drop into our sacred practice tonight, this beautiful time that you've made for yourself, away from the to-do lists, the busyness, the family, all of the preparations, just allowing yourself to land here in the present moment. Just beginning to draw and call all of your energy in and down. Imagine maybe through the base of your body, you begin to drop a life thread. So as if a thread or a root just begins to gently spiral down from the base of your body, down through the floor, through the foundations of your building, into the softness of the earth beneath. And that root begins to spiral deeper down through this beautiful mycelium layer, this gorgeous layer of fungus, this beautiful connection layer, communication layer. Down through layers of rock and stone, crystal, granite. Down through ancient caves and water tables. And all the way down to the very heart of this beautiful, beautiful Mama Earth. And as we come to a still point, just dropping in, just allowing your energy to ground itself. It's just as if you planted into the earth. And then with your next breath, just feel that you lift out of the base of your spine. Just lift upward. It's like you take up a little bit more space in this moment. And you drop into your heart field, this beautiful heart cave at the center of the chest. And from this place, you might like to set a beautiful intention for this practice, for this next few minutes that you've gifted yourself. These few moments in time. And our focus through the winter is to nourish, nurture, to replenish. And so maybe we drop into also a deeper state of intuition, so that we begin to dialogue a little deeper with our bodies, so that we begin to tap into our body's wisdom, to ask our bodies what it is that we need in this moment, at this time. As you connect to your breath and just feeling the breath flowing in and out of your body, Just let your belly relax. Your shoulders relax. Release your jaw. Just let any tension around your eyes just begin to melt away. And your forehead relaxes too. And so we drop into this beautiful yin energy, the divine, the sacred feminine energy. This yin time of the year, this time of wintering, this time of wisdom. You may think yourself lazy or flawed, yet your body is made of almost exactly the same elements as the stars. Your bone composition matches the coral in the seas, and you, my friend, are ruled by the moon and the sun, whether you like it or not. So no, you're not lazy. Nature is simply pulling you to slow, like the life, like the floral and fauna around you. It is not your moment to rise. It is winter. You are wintering, and you are right on time. Just beginning to gently deepen your breath. And just allowing your lovely intention to follow you onto the mat. And before we go into practice, I just want to make sure the music okay. Is it too loud? About right, yeah? Cool, and you can hear me all right, brilliant. Gorgeous. So we're going to come onto our mat. And we'll start off, I think, with a little bit of sassy cat. So if you come onto all fours, and again, if you need a little, a blanket or some padding for your knees, and you can do that, and hopefully you can see okay. And if you want to actually pin my screen, I think you can do it with the little 3 buttons at the top. It might just help for you to be able to see that a little better. All right, so if you have got any wrist issues and being on all fours does not work for you, if you've got any pain, anything in your wrist, then you can use a bolster. So you can just lean on to the forearms. Knees are going to be underneath the hips, hip width apart. And you might like to just tuck your toes under to start with, because we're just going to have a nice gentle flow movement. And I just want us to go into like a really intuitive flow. So we are going into cat, but it's more of a like what I like to call a sassy cat. So we move into some lovely flowing, free flow movements. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. You're just going to close your eyes and bring your awareness inward. And again, just feeling into your breath. And again, maybe you can release breath through the mouth, through a sigh, maybe through some sound. Again, if that feels good for you. So just letting your body release any tension from your day, anything that might be feeling heavy in your body. Just notice where those areas, those pockets of tension sit in your body. So begin to move in a really beautiful feminine way. I just want you to feel into this sense of water. So we're actually in a waxing moon at the moment. And a waxing moon is very much associated with the element of water. So just feeling into this concept that the body becomes a bit like water. Maybe we move in figure 8 in flow. Again, just letting your body release. There's no need to judge anything. If there's sound that starts to release, then just let it release. Just let your body release in a way that it knows already. Your body has deep wisdom within it. Let it feel beautiful in these movements. And as you flow through this movement, maybe also just contemplate, what does wintering mean to you? So how can you embody this sense of wintering within your own life at this really busy time? And maybe you can just find a few little pockets of quiet in your day. We maybe curl up with a blanket and a cup of warm tea. And just give yourself the space that you need. Just releasing through your neck as well, let your head relax. You might feel that you want to drop back into like a child's pose as well, just to release out into the hips and the lower back. So just see how that feels. Lovely. And then just taking the last 3 nice breaths with this, releasing again through the mouth. And we're going to come into our first posture, which is going to be the butterfly. So we're going to come to sit. And again, we've got a couple of different variations on this posture. If you are a little hypermobile in your hips, then, and that means that the hips kind of flop quite wide open without any effort. So there's no kind of resistance at all in the hips. And you will want to put a bolster underneath your knees to stop that hypermobility there. If you've got pain in your hips as well, then again, having that a bolster or padding, like maybe a couple of cushions or something underneath your knees, and that will really support the hips. So we're not putting, you know, too much pressure on if we're already in pain. We don't want to introduce more pain into the body. This is more about relaxing the body. So if you want to work with support, and what I love about the bolsters is kind of metaphorically is that they represent where we are open to receive support, which I love that. So I love that idea. Otherwise, if you don't want to use a bolster, you can bring the feet together and just let the knees drop open to the side. Now you can take a long-legged butterfly, which is where we take the feet a bit further away, or we can bring the feet in close. So again, just really feeling into your own body and how that is for you. Now as we lean in into a forward fold, you can also use a bolster here to support you. And again, if you've got that really thinky mind, if your mind's a bit off on a tangent, then you might want to just take the forehead to the bolster, which will again just really start to soothe and calm the mind. So finding your place of comfort, you might want to have the bolster in front so that you can just lean in. But we just want the head to drop forwards. And we find a place that works for us. And again, that place is yours and yours alone. So you find that medicine that works just for you. And then once you're there, we're going to close our eyes. And just connect to a beautiful breath pattern. Again, your breath, however that is for you. When we drop into this sense, and we talked about it a little this morning, that we are always surrounded by love. This beautiful flow of well-being that is always there, supporting us, nourishing us. Just tapping into that. Again, just being aware of your body, making sure there's no pain in the body. Allowing your body to breathe. Slow down. So as you're in this pose, if you were to contemplate a sense of how could I make or create more ease, joy in my day? So how could I create more ease and joy in my day? So it's really nice to set intentions at night before we sleep. And then we take those intentions then in through the night and then into the following day. Again, in our lives, where do we choose stress over ease? A lovely affirmation. I trust the currents of my inner waters and surrender to their guidance. I trust the currents of my inner waters and surrender to their guidance. Taking your last 3 breaths there. And just releasing the last breath through the mouth. And we're going to come out real slow. So just very, very gently walking your way out. And we're just going to bring just a little support under the knees and draw the knees together. It sometimes feels a bit like you're a bit broken when you come out of these poses, but that's completely natural. So you're going to take the feet about hip width apart. We're going to lean back onto the hands, and then we're just going to take the hips, the knees, sorry, side to side, just to release off the hips. Now again, you might just close your eyes for this and just let the knees come side to side, just quite intuitively, nice and slow with the breath. Again, everything is nourishing for the body. And so where we've compressed the hips, then the energy is around the hips is now free to move and to release. Good. Lovely. And then if you just let your legs release, and then just maybe give them a little jiggle from side to side, just let them be loose. And then just let your legs come to stillness. Have a moment with your eyes closed to notice. Again, you might feel a little fuzzy sensation through the legs where you've just recharged and replenished the energy flow. And you might even feel that flowing down to the toes. Lovely. So we're going to come next into Sphinx. So just coming on to all fours again. And maybe you might want to just move a little in your sassy cat again before we drop into our Sphinx. Maybe bring a little bit of nice gentle movement through in a way that feels good for you. Lovely. And then from here, we're just going to walk the legs back a little and then drop gently down. And we're going to bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Fingers are spread wide. The heels on the feet can maybe drop out to the sides, or again, just feeling how your body wants to be. Every posture has medicine for your body. So you want to be really feeling into, what feels good for you. So you might want the legs a bit closer together. You might want them a bit wider apart. And you might find that on the elbows it's too high. And if it's too high, then you can lower that down a little bit. So you might want to come down onto forearms instead, so that the lower back be a bit more relaxed. I'm going to begin with just a gentle movement to compress and massage the kidneys at the back. So we're going to begin with the head lifted, and then we're going to take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, just going to gently twist and look down the right side of your body. Again, just as far as you can reach. As the breath empties, and then as the breath comes in again, you're going to just flow back to the center. And as you breathe out, we're going to then gently twist towards the left. Breath into the center, and then breath out to the right. So we're just giving our kidneys and adrenals a nice little squeeze, bit of replenishment there. And again, in breath to center, and out breath to twist. There's just one more time each side, but just breathing into center and then breathing out, just gently, just feel that gentle compression, lower back. And know that every movement here is just really nourishing your body. And then coming gently back to the center. Now, if you've got a bolster to the front, you might want to pull the bolster up a little so that you can rest your head on it, because we're going to hold it here for a few breaths. So maybe you want to just let the head rest so that you just drop a little bit down. And then again, just very, very gently nourishing then with the breath. So with the breath, again, we just really connect into this flow of prana. This flow of love, light and well-being that is all around us and within us. Feel the belly being gently pressed to the earth, so that all of the internal organs are being also nourished with some fresh blood. Allowing the breath to be steady. Again, just notice whatever you're noticing. So just be aware that when we begin to slow the body down, the mind might start to speed up a little bit. Finding the mind is speeding up, just bring your awareness back to the breath and just let the breath become a little bit deeper and maybe a little bit slower. Maybe a few thoughts, limiting beliefs, things that we talk to ourselves about sometimes in our mind that you might like to just let go of. Just let that dissolve to the earth. Maybe just breathing in some nice, fresh, new energy. Releasing anything that might be stagnant and old through the out breath. The kidney energy is often, the kidneys are often where we hold fear in the body. Fear and terror actually can be held here. So when we're worried about things, this sits in the lower back. As you breathe, just imagine that your breath is just applying a gentle, calming, soothing balm to the kidneys and saying it's okay. All is well, it's okay. And then taking your last 3 breaths there and releasing that out breath through the mouth. And we're going to come into a belly shavasana. So just letting the elbows come out to the sides. And if it feels comfortable, we're going to take the arms down by the sides and take the head, forehead to the ground or head on one side. If it doesn't feel comfortable, then you might want to bring the arms and come into what's called crocodile pose, where you just plant one hand on top of the other and rest the forehead onto the hands. But basically, we're just coming belly down in the best way that works for you. And as you release into belly down, again, just let everything release there. So the heels might drop a little bit more to the sides, the buttocks might just fall apart slightly. Shoulders might just drop and relax. Just letting your breath flow. Again, just really grounding with this beautiful posture. It's one of the most grounding postures when we feel overwhelmed, because you can't get closer to the earth than belly down. And just notice anything that you might be noticing, might be sensations. You might notice that your mind might be beginning to settle down a little. Your breath might be slowing down too. And so we're going to move slow. So if you bring your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows tucked in, we're just going to come again back into that flow with the cat, the sassy cat. So again, just let your body move in a nice intuitive way, in a way that feels good. And if you want to release through the mouth, you can release with sound if that feels good. And our next posture is going to be the child's pose. So if you want to use a little support here, which is very nice, you can just bring the both a long ways on. You're going to take the knees to the width of the mat if that feels good for your knees, and big toes together, and then we're going to sit back. Now if that does not suit your body, you can come onto your back and just bring the knees in and just have a little cradle rock from side to side. So if this is going to be, you know, like too much for your knees, then, you know, obviously don't do it. So you can have the bolster here. If you don't want the bolster, you don't have to have that either. So you might want to just extend the arms out in front. But again, we're just going to drop in nice and slow. If you've got the bolster, then you want the belly, and just gently resting onto the bolster. Head can be to one side. And then once you're there, just letting yourself relax, the breath again, nice and steady. Again, we're just following that breath in and out. And child's pose is a beautiful posture just to drop into this joyful essence of the child. That part of us that maybe likes to have a little bit of fun, that maybe isn't quite so serious all the time. And a lovely affirmation for this posture: in stillness, I find clarity and peace within my emotional landscape. In stillness, I find clarity and peace within my emotional landscape. You've got your head to one side, you might want to just take it across to the other side to create that sense of balance. And just gently take in your last 3 breaths. And we're going to come out again nice and slow. So just coming back into that nice sassy cat flow. Loosen off your knees and your hips. Maybe stretching out your toes a little as well. Feels quite nice. And then we're going to come over onto our back. Now we're going to be moving into Shavasana. So if you want to have your bolster close so we can drop in on your blankets and stuff, if you just grab all those bits. We're going to go into cradle first. So coming down onto your back, we're just going to bring the knees in towards the chest, maybe hugging them in for a moment. And then just very, very gently rock from side to side. Again, just gently massaging the lower back, the spine. And just really feeling into massaging any little pockets of tension around the lower back as you rock side to side. And again, if you feel that you want to release with sound through the mouth, and you can do that too. But whatever feels good for you, just tapping into your body's wisdom. And if you were to listen to your body at this time, what would your body be whispering to you? Maybe your body wants more of something or less of something. And then when you're ready, just gonna let your legs extend away. If you've got a bolster, you might want to take the legs onto the bolster. You might prefer, if your lower back is a bit tight, you might prefer to have your knees bent, gently resting together. The arms are away from the body. A little bit of space underneath the armpits, and the chin is gently tucked in. Just gently push the shoulders away from the ears. And again, softly closing the eyes. And allowing yourself to come to a place of rest. Again, just feeling the heaviness of your body, connection with the earth beneath. Parts of your body that are touching the ground. The heels, the backs, the thighs, maybe the buttocks, the shoulder blades, backs of the arms, back of the head. Just following the out breath, the releasing breath, the yin breath. As you bring your awareness down to your feet, your toes. Just feeling a gentle warmth, like as if somebody that really, really cares about you is just flowing gentle warmth and nourishment through your feet. Just relaxing and stroking your feet. And that flow of care and nourishment gently flows into the lower legs, nourishing the calf muscles and the knees. That beautiful flow of nourishment just flows through the thigh, the hips, around the pelvis, the womb space, the lower back. Flow of warmth, nourishing the kidneys, muscles of the back, mid-back, and the upper back, across the shoulders, shoulder joint, the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, of the tiny little bones of the hands and the fingers. And that beautiful flow of warmth and nourishment flows into the belly, nourishing all of the internal organs. Bringing a sense of nourishment through all of the vital organs that work so hard to keep us alive. Heart, lungs, the neck and all of the glands around the neck, jaw, cheeks, all of the tiny muscles around the eyes, through the scalp, strand of hair, relaxing. Again, just dropping into this beautiful flow of the breath. Mini wintering, this mini hibernation. Awareness to your breath. Just keep that breath flowing beautifully through your body. Feel into that lovely, relaxed place. A place that we very rarely access in the course of a busy day. Feeling the weight of your body against the earth. Again, as we bring our awareness to our breath as this constant stream of well-being, of love, Just connecting to your body. Maybe sending her a little bit of love, a little bit of extra love today. Thank her for all of the duties she has accomplished today, keeping you well. And then in the most nourishing way that feels good for you, as you begin to deepen your breath, you can just bring some really gentle, intuitive movement to our body. As you approach your body in this way, really feeling as if this is the most precious person that you've ever met, as if you're meeting yourself for the very first time in this place of love and kindness and gentleness. Allowing yourself to move in a way that feels beautiful, feels nourishing. Maybe eventually you might feel you want to maybe just roll off to one side, or you might want to stay where you are. You might like to just curl up in a little ball. I'm going to finish with something that I shared actually in training yesterday, but also in our circle this morning because it's so beautiful. And it's kind of a reminder that we're never far away, we're never disconnected from this flow of love. And it's from Elizabeth Gilbert, and some of you might know of Elizabeth. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love, but she does a beautiful thing in which is called Letters from Love, and she writes to love every day. So I just wanted to share this with you because it's a little reminder for us all, I think, that like we're always connected to this flow of love. Some of you know that I write myself a letter every morning from love. Not a letter actually, so much as a dialogue. Love and I have been in conversation for almost 20 years now. This is the single most important relationship in my life and the foundation of my spiritual work. I need it because I wake up every day in fear. It's rare that my first conscious thought is not some variation on, oh fuck, holy shit, help me, I don't know how to do this. And so every morning I take up my journal and I let my fear write these words to love. I need you. And love always answers with the same response. I'm right here. And so the dialogue begins. I ask love what to do and she tells me, this is infinite love that I'm talking to, not romantic love. This is unconditional love. What would unconditional love tell you if you asked for comfort? Generally, she says things to me like, I don't need you to be any different than you are. I'm right here with you. No matter how today's drama or dilemma resolves itself, I will be right here with you. If you never have a greater understanding of your life or what's going on in this universe, I'll be right here with you. Love doesn't need anything from me. She just loves me. And somehow that makes me relax. this morning and I woke up with a tornado mind. It happens sometimes. I scrambled for ideas about what to do to make myself feel better. Pray, call a friend, eat something, dance, cry, run. I reached for my journal and wrote to Love, I need you, I'm scared and I'm lonely. Tell me what to do. And Love wrote back, don't do anything. Stop trying to feel better. It will only make things worse. Do absolutely nothing. Just sit there. Don't even try to meditate. Don't even try to trust me. Don't try anything. Stop trying. Just sit there, sweetheart. I'm right here with you. So I just sat, gave up. I watched the weather in my mind. There was nothing to be done for it. This is what surrender means to me. To stop fighting and give it all over to love. My breath quietened, and I remembered this poem by Happiness. Our separation from God, love, is indeed our hardest work in this world. May you know peace. I love you. So when you are ready, bringing yourself slowly to seated position again. And maybe just bringing your palms together. Put your hands together and just open your palms over your eyes. Let your eyes rest into the warmth of your hands. And gently take a moment to apply a little bit of love to your face, your beautiful face. Massaging your face, your head, shoulders, wherever feels good. And then we're just going to gather all that beautiful energy up, bringing your hands all the way around and just drawing the hands back down into Anjali Mudra, praying hands at the heart. And allow a beautiful inner smile to rise from your heart to your face and to your eyes. And as you open your eyes into a beautiful, beautiful, restful night and lovely, lovely sleep. Namaste. To the session. Rest well. Night, night. Lots of love.